Hey everyone, today we're just going to do a quickie general all signs. I'm going to do my best. Um, this will just be for cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, for the placements of stars, Sun, North Moon, Mars, and Venus. Um, Basically, this will just be whatever exploratory guidance, information from the divine regarding your soul journey. This could indicate some past life stuff. It could be things carry over, karma, lessons, whatever you need to know. It could be confirmation of something you already know. It could be leading you towards where you're going. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I'm going to cleanse the energy real quick. Avert your ears. Hit the bowl. All right, bear with. If I start coughing, I have some very strong incense going in the background. So we'll go ahead and start with Aries. All right, Aries. The first card out from the past life oracle is finances. So this may have something to do with finances. All right. The identifier from the location is Earth. So an Earth sign could be prevalent. It could just be Earth element that you connect with or that connects with you. Perhaps it's something tangible, right? It is also the element of Pentacles. So there's your finances as well. Your card from the Lenormand is also an Ace of Pentacles, and I'm only going to read that as an identifier, so you could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. It's number 31, which breaks down to 4. It is the Sun. The Sun is also a fire sign of any kind, so Aries, Leo, Sag. The sun is warm and brightens the day. Good luck has begun to come your way. The closer your location, you bask in sweet bliss. Energy abounds in summer's radiant kiss. So summer could be a timing factor as well, whatever that means for you. Perhaps there was some abundant thing that happened or will happen come the next summer. Or perhaps in a past life, it could have very well been summertime when it was most abundant. Regarding the earth, who knows, maybe there was some crop that was grown in that time, and maybe that's a lesson that kind of is a reminder in this lifetime. The two cards from Kipper you have are Family Room, number 21, breaks down to a 3, and Mature Woman in her masculine energy, solar energy, again with the sun, number 6. That may be significant to you. Sorry about that. My headphones died, so hopefully you can hear me with these new ones in. So what I'm getting with this is you have a matriarch of a family situation, maybe having something to do with working the earth during summertime. So whatever that means for you. The card from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle that you got is re-energize your life. Clear, positive space, and harmony. I'll go ahead and read from the book on that one and see if there's anything else that will ping for you and give you some guidance at this time. Feng Shui dates back over 3,000 years to the early Tao culture of China. Ancient Chinese capital cities followed Feng Shui to orient and design buildings, graves, temples, and tombstones. During the Zhao era, 1050 to 771 BCE, Feng Shui rules were codified and included in craft manuals. Based on astronomy, Feng Shui aims to create harmony in an environment to enhance the well-being of the occupiers. Auspicious placement and design influence flow, energetic flow, and spiritual forces so that good energy, qi, is gathered and negative energy is reduced. In Feng Shui, every living and non-living thing has its own energy. People believed they were coming into contact with different energies everywhere they went, so they sought to create safe, positive spaces for themselves. Many people around the world continue to follow this ancient art to invite balance and positive energy into their home or workplace. And perhaps maybe there was a family business that involved feng shui of some kind or some kind of positive energy flow regarding some kind of earth element into the home during summertime that may resonate for you. The ancestors speak. When you feel emotionally overwhelmed, physically drained, or bombarded by negativity, take notice and make a change. Reordering your schedule, reorienting your priorities, or organizing your space will improve the flow of your life. If there are objects in your environment that trigger memories or feelings that lower your mood or confidence, remove them from view. You do not need to hold on to negative energy from the past. Create an environment that is kind, supportive, motivating, and positive, and enjoy newfound energy and enjoyment. Follow the principles of feng shui to balance the energy in each room of your home or office. This will help promote good health and abundance for you and everyone around you. Do not feel guilty for wanting to remove objects and negative people or situations from your life. When you clear out the clutter, you make way for new energy and opportunities. And perhaps the new energy coming in does have something to do with earth element of some sort or another. I'm also getting the vibe of like sunflowers, because you have the sun in the background, right? And they bring in positivity as well. So maybe sunflowers have something to do with it for you. And I'm noticing all the floral components in that family room as well. So that could be it, as well as like bringing earth into home to balancing out that space, right? All right, there you go. All right, Cancer, your past life oracle card is vows. So these could be oaths, promises, agreements, that sort of thing. Your identifier, location identifier is storms, monsoons, tsunami, hurricanes, hail, sleet, thunder, lightning, dust. So it could be that perhaps there was a disagreement or something that came in from a past life, possibly to teach, or something recent that happened that was a storm, right? Or it could be in relationship to an agreement of some kind of stormy location or something like that. The card that you got from Lenormand is the Ace of Wands. So you could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. You have the ring, and the ring does talk about promises and love and partnerships, right? So perhaps the stormy weather has more to do with an upheaval of sorts, right? Now it does say number 25, which breaks down to a 7, that could be significant to you as well. Ring to the right, your love is alive. It will ever be bright and continue to thrive. Ring to the left, and troubles begin. Your heart will be cleft and filled with chagrin. So it seems like this was a situation that could have gone either way, right? It's dead center, this reading so far. So we'll see what it's to the left of, okay? All right. You have Judication from Kipper. Number 30 breaks down to a 3. And Gift 17, which breaks down to an 8. So it's direct. The ring is directly left of a decision, right? Or someone having to come in and make a decision on behalf of two people. That typically depicts a magistrate with a couple there, and the magistrate is essentially mediating the situation, a judge, if you will, or it could also be a literal mediator or a therapist or something like that. That's usually what that indicates. And then you have the gift here, which could be a blessing, either coming or going, right? So we'll go ahead and read Judication here. All right. This is a neutral to somewhat challenging card. The anxious couple before him awaiting his decision. He will make a decision on your matter. It could be in your favor, but it could also be against you. So the ring being in either direction kind of indicates that as well. Literally, the card stands for minor government officials, bureaucrats, clerks, school boards, zoning boards, and other types of boards or professional advisors. His decision could result in a fine, fee, permit issued or denied, need to file, serve, or be served documents, or the finalization of a small family matter. This also represents someone you go to for resolution of a disagreement or problem. That could indicate the stormy weather there, right? In your personal relationships, adjudication describes clarifying discussions or debates. In professional terms, all participants in an advisory role are represented. Okay, that's pretty much that description there. Number 17, the gift. All right. This is a very positive and enabling card. This card means gifts, aid, help, support, resources, rescue, and joy. So it could very well mean that you're just, whatever the situation is going to receive some help in figuring this problem out, right? This powerful card has the ability to soften the blow of nearby challenging ones. It also reveals an interesting timing idea by the next holiday of any sort or birthday. Some use it to stand for winter, Christmas, or Yule. And the Ace of Wands, too, means things are going to happen fast. It's like fast new beginning, right? Be open to support of others. Be receptive to small positive gestures or proposals. It could indicate a new job offer, a promotion, or helpfulness. Also a gesture of reconciliation or even a declaration of love. Take this gift and embrace the opportunity. So perhaps this challenge is actually going to turn out positively, either way you look at it. It can stand for happiness, praise, profits, recognition, or an actual gift. It indicates a time frame around the next holiday or a big celebration even. The gesture is depicted in such a way as to serve as both the act of giving or receiving. So we'll see what the Ancestor Spirit Oracle has to offer. And the card that came out is Connect with Animals, Animal Spirit Guides, Healing, and Past Pets. Perhaps this will be a resolution involving animals as well. Or needing to have, maybe you'll probably come across an animal that'll better help guide you with this one as well. So be on the lookout for animal signs and symbols as well. The Sami of the Nordic countries were originally nomads. During the summer, they lived in teepee-like tents known as katas, which could easily be moved as they traveled with their animals. In the winter, sturdier peat huts kept them warm. The Sami originally hunted wild reindeer for food and raw materials, but over time learned how to tame, manage, and keep them in herds. Domesticated reindeer were used for milking, transportation, and to attract wild reindeer when they were hunting. Family groups called Sida shared resources. The fishing families lived in more permanent communities, whereas the Sami who lived off the land hunting and breeding reindeer usually lived a more nomadic life. Between winter grazing in the forests and summer pastures high in the mountains, they traveled hundreds of miles with their tame reindeer. Many of these traditions continue in new generations of Sami in Finland, Norway, Sweden, and Russia. So I'm also kind of seeing here too, it's like maybe a situation's been pushed out because of some storm, metaphorical or literal, right? Like some upheaval is happening. And the reindeer too also kind of talk about that winter thing, right? So maybe this is something that's coming up during winter. Whatever upheaval's happening, it'll still end up in your favor, right? But there will be some challenge to what was promised that might have to be renegotiated, right? The ancestors speak. You have a natural connection with animals. They are drawn to your energy and trust you. You have a gift for communicating with and healing all kinds of animals, including fish and birds. You may have been thinking about working with animals, adopting a rescue animal, volunteering at an animal shelter, or looking after injured wildlife. If you already work with animals or have pets of your own, this card is confirmation that you're on the right track. Keep up the great work you are doing with animals. And perhaps maybe that whatever animals you're around will give you some sort of sign as well. So connecting them will be very, very important in this. This card may bring a message from a beloved pet that has passed away. Try to see or sense your beloved pet. You may feel heat or tingling on your body, or feel your pet's presence around you. Your pet wants you to know it's happy, that it loves you very much and is still around you and your family. This may be also a sign that your animal spirit guides are trying to get in touch with you. Pay attention to any animals you are drawn to, or that keep appearing for you, as this may be a clue as to who your animal spirit guide is. Your animal spirit guide will always be with you. It will give you physical warnings like an animal instinct when you need to pay attention or be alert. Try to connect with your animal spirit guide today. So that could also very well be the gift too, is that you'll learn that. And it'll also provide some sort of answer. I did just get a new deck that I'm going to premiere tomorrow, so be on the lookout. There may be some messages in there, and I do plan on doing another all signs with it, so that might help, okay? All right, Libra, let's get started. Let me have a little drink here. This incense is so strong. It's just causing me to, like, cough. It's good, though. It smells amazing. All right, so the first card from the past life oracle that you have is karmic relationship. So this is a relationship that will teach you a lesson, essentially. Probably a small one, and it wasn't supposed to last a long time. So this could have been just related to a past life karmic relationship, and maybe the lesson resurfaced in this lifetime, right? So it could be that as well. Your location identifier is north, and north is associated with earth signs. So it could be dealing with somebody that has high aspects of, oh shoot, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. So place that where it fits, okay? Your Lenormand card is number 16, which breaks down to a 7 stars. And I definitely associate this with Aquarius, so that could very well be important as well. Shining stars bright in the sky bodes joy from afar, where happiness lies. In starlight, dreams come true, hope is in sight, success is in view. So it sounds very positive, right? You know, whatever has been dreaming of, maybe it's relative to whatever this karmic relationship might have been, right? Yeah, and afar, I'm thinking of the north again, right? Okay. So, from the Kipper, you have number 16 again. 16 might be very significant. Breaks down to a 7 with thoughts, coupled with false person, number 8. Now, I don't necessarily look at this as like a negative card, but it could be something like jealousy or deceit might be an indicator or confirmation or identifier here for you. With thoughts, it feels more along the lines of like cheating or stealing, maybe not stealing, lying, something like that. Maybe just deceit in general, right? Like maybe somebody just omitting truth, not necessarily lying. Could also very well be just someone just being inauthentic, right? And perhaps it's something that had been pondered over whether or not the situation was for you or not. Or whatever the situation that it came from that you're learning from, right? I'm going to go ahead and pull a little extra from the book from Kipper here. I'll read 16 first. See if there's any other things here that might ping for you as well. This card is generally positive. Here we meet the artist in his studio, adrift in his vision and struggling to realize his perfect portrait of a lady. While traditionally called his thoughts, it may also represent the sitter's own concerns, preoccupations, and obsessions. So maybe things weren't as they seemed, right? Especially with the false person there. Thoughts may reveal things you didn't want to know. More abstractly, it could also describe a thoughtful person when next to it, or character card. And the false person could be a character card, but maybe they're thinking of that person, right? It may even the need for contemplation and meditation, so it might be having to go within to really examine the situation for you. Reveals your consideration or your opinion or thoughts of others. Let's see, feeling firmly connected with someone. It seems somewhat platonic in love matters, so it may not have been a serious situation. That's probably why it's a karmic relationship. It also shows your memories and ideas, so it could very well be some sort of past life return in a new energy, right? Maybe it's somebody from the past, right? This in this lifetime. It encourages you to reflect thoroughly and to explore new ideas. Card number 8. All right, so we'll get olive here. In this challenging card, we see a sly, evasive woman hiding her real expression behind her Spanish fan. At the side of the marble hall lurks a mysterious and somewhat sinister man in a fancy dress mask. Is it just their costumes for the ball? Are they up to no good? What are they hiding? Drama kings and queens, lovers of trouble, manipulators, frenemies, however you want to phrase it, watch out. This card has the power to turn beneficial cards to their opposite when next to them. Lies and liars, danger and deceit. Even far away, it may mean treachery. I love that description. Don't trust everybody or everything you see. Even salt looks like sugar. This card warns you against dishonesty and deception. Hold your cards close. Check your motivation and targets too. At best, this card stands for a mistake or faux pas. So maybe what didn't seem as what it was might have been a mistake too. So maybe this could be just a good learning lesson in looking through things transparently, right? More often indicates deceit or dishonest person working against you behind the scenes. It warns of danger and bad luck when far, and it is kind of in a far position from the karmic relationship. So, to put that in perspective, it stands for betrayal and loss. The use of a fan and suggestion of masquerade ball provides an ideal scenario for falsehood. Behind the costume and masks, you can indeed be someone else. Or perhaps this is an opportunity to be what you really are, as opposed to how you normally present yourself. Which is the real you and which is the false? There, that's something to think about in terms of what this could be for you. The card you got from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle for guidance, and I'm going to go ahead and read the whole thing in case something pings, is nature's spirits, elves, fairies, rock formations. All right. The Hudafolk, or hidden people of Iceland, are strange elf-like creatures who live in mounds. It is thought that the Hudafolk can connect with humans through dreams, telepathy, and direct communication. However, most people are not able to see or communicate with them. So small, brightly painted wooden doors are placed in front of rock formations or boulders where Hudafolk are thought to live. Anyone who climbs on or disturbs the Hudafolk's rock dwellings are said to experience bad luck. And I kind of see some false person in that, you know? There's a little bit of that going on. They're hidden, right? The Hudafolk might express their anger and dissatisfaction by causing natural disasters, crop failures, or illness in humans and livestock. However, when they are happy with humans, the Hudafolk can bless farmers with abundant crops, favorable weather, or smooth seas for sailing. The ancestors say, to connect with the Hudafolk or elves, go into a quiet place in nature, especially somewhere with boulders or rock formations. Sit quietly, psychically protect yourself, close your eyes, and pay attention to what you feel. You may be surprised at what you experience. You may even see light orbs floating around you with your physical eyes or your third eye. See if you notice any movement or shadows around the rocks. Be open to receiving messages from the Hudafolk. When you're ready to go home, respect the natural environment by thanking the local Hudafolk or elves. Pay attention to what you see and sense when you are out in nature, particularly when you're around rock formations. As wild as it sounds, you're being called to connect with nature spirits and elves in your area. Respect the wilderness as a home for being seen and unseen. This card may suggest someone doesn't want to be disturbed. Respect their space and let them come to you. So the thoughts coupled with the false person, as well as the stars, because it does indicate some dreams there, right? Maybe the things that you're not able to see right now will be shown to you if you're really using your psychic senses to do so, right? And kind of looking through things transparently in that regard. There's obviously something here karmic to teach and learn about a situation, and it could also indicate that it might be coming up as well. I do see a bit of quickness, maybe within the next couple months, because you do have some cups and some swords there. I'm seeing. So there you go, Libra. Hope that helps. All right, Capricorn. Sorry, I had to wait a little bit till this incense went away because it was so strong. It was just causing me to cough throughout the entire reading this video. I'm doing a little better. I had to drink some water. All right, so that might mean something. All right. So your past life oracle identifier is trees. I love it. Trees are very ancestral, so it coming from the past life oracle is just amazing. So maybe there's some ancestral connection here, okay? Your location identifier is North America. Your Bluebird Lenormand card that came out was the King of Cups, the house, number 4. That would be a masculine energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right, there we go. Number 4 is a protective number, okay? So maybe you're being protected by an ancestor that might be a King of Cups. The house talks of stability. A stately house beyond the gate bestows stability upon your fate, and love and play, your chance to win, depends on how you first begin. So what I'm getting from this is just like the trees, if you've got strong roots, you're golden, right? Like you'll grow nice and tall, and you'll be extremely stable. I'm still having trouble here. So from the Kipper, you have the mature woman in her, that's the moon silver energy that I've looked for feminine energy. Number 6, you have number 38, which breaks down to an 11, toil and labor. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit on that. The mature woman would be sort of like a matriarch. And I'm definitely getting ancestor vibes from this already. And perhaps there's something connected to your ancestral past that you're going to have to work towards. That's what that toil and labor kind of indicates for me. I swear I'm still getting choked up from that incense. All right. Toil and labor. This is a somewhat challenging card. Here we meet a young girl in the dreaded 19th century textile mill, tending to the dangerous and loud mechanized looms for 12 hours a day. Brutally hard manual work with the risk of losing fingers and hearing awaited these girls. Literally, this card is low-wage manual labor drudgery with no hope for advancement. Abstractly, it's the burdensome, thankless chore obligations and the good intentions that are always punished. Let's see. The card shows automation, daily routine, and hard work. And your daily work as well as in your partnership matters, you might feel like you're in a hamster wheel without challenges or inspiration. This card in general is an indicator for all automatic processes, machines, and technical devices. This card refers to work done out of necessity, tiring work, monotonous work, the grind. This card represents obligatory work as opposed to more pleasant work or a personal pastime or hobby. This is work you don't enjoy or want to do, but it has to be done. And perhaps maybe this has more to do with the matriarch there. Yeah, okay. Perhaps she was the breadwinner of the situation. That might be an identifier more so than anything. But it could also be that maybe there's something that you need to work through, right? That would be relative to this ancestral connection. And it does seem very stable, like it's going to be stable if you can figure out what that is. And the Ancestor Spirit Oracle card that came out for you to help better identify this and give you guidance is notice the signs with all that blue and green, which tells me that there's going to be some heart chakra, throat chakra oriented communication of sorts, um, which definitely would be more divine and more heartfelt. So, if this is not an ancestral connection, it could just be a relative coming in, right? Providing some sort of guidance as to something that would be for your purpose or something that you would need to work through at this time to learn something, right? Notice the signs, investigate symbols and nature spirits. So maybe the universe is going to give you some signs as to where this is going for you. All right. A distinct Celtic culture originated in Central Europe around 1200 BCE. The Celts gradually expanded their presence throughout Western Europe, arriving in the British Isles from 500 BCE. While customs varied, the tribes shared language and a core set of beliefs. The Celts were animists who thought everything in the natural world had its own spirit. They believed they could communicate with these nature spirits, and in turn, that the spirits spoke to them through signs. Knowledge of these signs were passed down through song, story, art, and poetry. The Celts believed everything came in threes, such as past, present, future, and I do see kind of this in this read so far. You do have some past, some present, and the toil and labor indicates a little bit of future there too. The earth, the sky, and the ocean, and the three phases of human life. Thus, many Celtic symbols feature a trinity. The triskelion, the triple spiral, represents the movement from past to present to future, or from birth to death to rebirth. So, whatever this is may be guiding you towards something bigger and better, right? The ancestors speak. It is no coincidence that you have drawn this card today. Your spirit guides and past loved ones are trying to help you and want to get your attention. They will send you a sign or message 3 times, so pay attention. Make a note of any symbols or coincidences. You might find 3 coins, meet 3 people with the same name, or be visited by 3 crows, for example. As you get to know what each sign means, your spirit guides will continue to use them to get messages through to you. Divinatory meaning. This card is a sign that the universe hears your wishes and prayers. Look for the signs the universe is sending to help you make a decision. Be honest about how you feel about a situation because you need to be 100% certain of what you are choosing. Do not feel pressured or rushed by anyone. Take your time to weigh up all the pros and cons. Once you have all the information, you'll be able to make a strong and confident choice. And it definitely sounds like it's something you'll be able to work towards, right? That has some sort of ancestral connection or familial tie, right? All right, there you go.